Hiya, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Rosie Henshaw. If you're new here, then welcome. It's lovely to meet you. And if you're already existing, guys, then thank you so much for coming back. I really do appreciate it. So today's video is an Easter video. So get your cup of tea and your snacks and let's get in. I'm going to be making some nest cakes, potting some flowers. I've also got some homemade cracker crafts coming up, and I'm going to be decorating and showing you too how it all comes out. So let me know what you think in the comments and hopefully you'll enjoy. So the first thing I'm going to show you is I had an idea to make myself at home Easter crackers, but rather than keep buying paper ones and stuff, get some fabric and make some DIY crackers. I think they're a bit more personal, and I've got family coming over for Easter dinner, and I'm thinking of doing this at like Christmas and stuff as well. So I went to my local haberdashery to get some fabric, and you can get big offcuts really cheaply, and you can also go into charity shops and go and get like a cheap blouse or anything in a pattern, anything, tea towels. You can use napkins. I thought would be quite good because they'll be a pretty good size anyway. A set of green gingham napkins, and I thought these would be the perfect size. Now all you're going to need is a square of fabric for these. These would even be good for Easter gifts as well. Really nice little handmade gifts. So you're going to need a square of a napkin, and all you're going to need is a toilet roll. So I'm probably going to use one and a bit because they seem like they're a little bit short. I've also got my little bag, my little sewing box here. Now, if you're not into sewing and you want to make these, but you don't want your fabric to fray, invest in a pair of these pinking shears. They will cut it at a zigzag at the end, very much like these bits of fabric here. They'll cut it like this at the end, and then your fabric won't fray. You can get these from most haberdasheries. You can also get these in Home Bargains as well, very cheaply. So very easy way without stitching the edges, so you can use raw fabric instead. So I'm going to place my napkin down, and I'm going to just measure off roughly with the toilet roll. I think maybe 1.5, like I say, toilet rolls would be like this nice size for a cracker. It's actually working out 2 toilet rolls. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape these together so they are together. Tape them together nice and securely. Now you can paint these, you can cover these in some nice pretty coloured card if you want to. I'm just using them like this because I know my kids aren't going to be too fast. It's easy to recycle them as well, just get it off, but you can obviously use a Pritt stick and do that. Now what I'm going to do is rather than obviously buying things that they can't reuse, I thought making a craft cracker, so this would be a nice gift up the table. It keep them occupied while we're having our Easter dinner as well, like while we're waiting, because adults like to sit there and have chats and stuff, and the kids sometimes get a bit restless at the table. You know what the kids are like, so it keeps them up the table with you while everyone's sort of just nattering and stuff, and it gives them something to do. So I got this really inexpensive magnet colouring set for £1 from the works. So you get 6 magnets and you get 4 of the colouring pens. So what you can do, it's a bit of a shame that there's not 6 colouring pens, that'd be better. But what I'm going to do is pop in here, but we've got a little carrot that they can colour in. I'm going to pop this in the tube at the end, and then I'm going to pop in a little pen as well. And then I'm going to pop in some little sweeties for after, because then that's not something that's just going to be plastic and wasted. Got 2 of the little pens. So for my children, I probably could get 2 of these sets, and it would be the whole crackers. Pop in some little pens in there for the colouring their magnets. And then I thought as well, what would be quite a nice idea is to pop in some sweeties. Now I do have, I've obviously collected this in my craft supplies. I do have some of these cute little baggies that I got, and these are the leftover ones that I got for an advent calendar thing that I done at Christmas time. And there's 6 of those, so you could use those and reuse them again and again. Or you could even go to somewhere like the pound shop, and they do these 50-pack of paper envelopes. They're pretty good to be, you know, reused as well. So you could even pop them in. I'm actually going to be popping in. Oh, I've not got them. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, you can pop in some little sweeties into these, maybe some mini eggs, because you can get a bigger bag, separate them, and then it's much more cost effective to do it that way. Or you can use these. I always have these for sort of little envelopes when we do Advents at Christmas. However, I have got these large packets of the lollipops and the popping candy, because I'm doing an Easter egg hunt, so I do have these packets readily available. So I'm going to pop in a lollipop, so they've got something to colour in, and then a lollipop, and I'm going to pop in some popping candy as well. And then what I'm going to get them to do is, obviously Easter, I know some people don't celebrate it for religious reasons, and that's perfectly fine, but I thought this would be a cute little idea to get the children to do. So I thought we could get some little coloured card. I'll probably be using some, I'm probably going to use a bit of yellow card here. I'm just going to cut off a tiny piece of card to pop in there. And I'm going to give them something really nice. And you can obviously do jokes, you can do funny things if you want to. That's completely up to you. But sometimes me and the kids at the table and Gary, we like to do this thing where we go around and tell each other what our favourite thing is about each person. So, you know, this could be tell somebody what your favourite thing is about them, or it could be like, so we're gonna write that on there, and then they can, when they open it, they can say that. Or it could be go and give somebody a hug. Go and do you know what I mean? It's like a loving exchange one. So you can write something on that, or you could write a joke, you know, any jokes that you want on there, and then pop them in. You can even fold them up and stuff. Obviously write on these, pop them in. Or it could even be like, even if you don't put sweets and stuff in there, it could be something like little dares, like we dare you to do a funny dance, silly things that make them laugh. So then what we're going to do is we're going to wrap up our cracker. So I'm just going to start folding it over. Now, like I say, napkins are really great for this, but you definitely don't need napkins. You can just use any fabric. I've also bought, because I'm going to be doing some of these in the green, and because I've got a lot of family coming over, I've got a shirt that's in pink gingham, and I've got a shirt, and it was £1 from the charity shop, and I'm going to be cutting that up with the pink inches into these sort of size. I'm going to use these napkins as my guide, but yeah, it's roughly about 40 centimetres square, of this, and 2 toilet rolls fit perfectly in there. Then you're going to end up with a cracker. Now, granted, they're rather long, longer than I was expecting them to be. I'm going to use a little bit of the ribbon. I am using orange ribbon because I think it's very Eastery, and what you're going to see in a minute is what I'm going to add to these will make them very Eastery. And then I'm going to do a pastel version, a different version for the other crackers. So I'm just going to tie a bow at one end. Now they undo these, and you can obviously keep the ribbons for these, and you can reuse these every single year. And the reason why I got the green gingham as well is because I thought I can do red ribbon on these, and also then that will be very nice for Christmas as well. So keeping it for each year. No, I'm sorry, but they are beautiful, aren't they? Little crackers for up the table. They're going to look really lovely with your centrepiece. And if you go for more neutrals, you can do this in like a neutral linen. You can use jute ribbon if you want. You can go as Eastery as you want. Easter's one of our favourite times, so I always have in the cake stand, I always like to have hot cross buns at the ready, mine and Archie's favourites, and then I like to make some like little nest cakes as well. These are always really good to make with the kids as well, and obviously you probably do know how to make these, but I get these from the co-op because they've got the fortified iron and vitamin one. I like that one, get that. I've got some different coloured cupcake cases, and I got these from the Mother's Day section in the pound shop. I'm going to use these little daisy ones from top for some of them. And the chocolate I'm using today, I'm being very bougie today actually, because I didn't have the co-op chocolate, so I got some Cadbury's. So I got some Cadbury's Dairy Milk. I didn't know if that was like a golden ticket one. I might have won something. I haven't. So got 2 bars of chocolate, and I'm also going to mix it up with some white chocolate on top as well, because I quite like doing that. So I'm just going to make a little bain-marie. That is a saucepan with a glass bowl inside so that the chocolate doesn't melt with boiling water. I'm going to get that ready right now. I had a few people say to me, Rosie, your oven was on the other week, but actually it's switched off at the wall, so sometimes Albert will play with it, but don't worry, it is perfectly safe. I'm just going to wash my hands. I'm going to be breaking up the chocolate. And then I'm going to be breaking up the chocolate. I think I'm going to do a design with the white chocolate on the top to make the little nest, and I'm going to be using some of the mini eggs as well. They're mini eggs in bulk. So I was going to get some of the Easter marshmallows in bulk, like I did with the Halloween marshmallows, and that's why I went on to buy them. And when I saw the mini eggs in bulk, there was like no way. Oh, how cool is that? It shows you about all the story behind Cadbury. Very cool. I'm going to break this up into little bits into my glass jug. But yeah, I'm going to make some of these to go on there. I'm probably going to make some. I'm not going to go too cakey right just before Easter, but as it gets to Easter, I'll make my Easter cheesecake that I make every Easter, and I'll make some Cadbury's cream egg brownies. I just remembered as well, I bought some little scoops, so I'm going to put the little scoop in the mini eggs. I'm going to get some out to top the top of the little nest. Oh, I feel like I've got my own little sweet shop. Very nice. That might make me eat it at a slower rate, putting the spoon in there. You never know. Gonna make sure it's not too hot. I've also melted a little bit of the white chocolate in one of the bowls, a small bowl, and I did that in the microwave because you're not really meant to, are you, with chocolate? But it's only a tiny bit, and I literally done it for like 10 seconds, checked it, and then another 10 seconds, and that was enough. Oh, you know when you're a kid and you make these and it's just, you just can't wait to lick the spoon at the very end. That's me right there. This is going to be my one, nice big large one. And then I'm just going to sprinkle over a little bit of the white chocolate. I'm sorry, but they look really yummy. And then put a few of the eggs on top. And then once they're ready to cool, I'll pop them in the fridge. And then once they've cooled down, shall I say, I'll pop them in the little cake stand with some of the hot cross buns. I probably could put the hot cross buns in this stand because this has got a little glass dome, and then just pop these in there because I might have quite a lot of these. Which I just think look really lovely, and they're going to open out. These are the tete-a-tete, so these are like little daffodils, and they're going to come out, and this is in the pot where we have our shoes. Hey baby. Hello.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain.
So in my lovely big white jug, I think I got this really cheaply in Asda years ago, or this is one of the charity shop ones, I'm not too sure. But I've got some dried eucalyptus I got from Home Bargains, and these are just some twigs off of the foliage from my garden. As you can see, I've made them shorter. I've popped 3 in here because I got these gorgeous new eggs from the garden centre, and I thought these would look really lovely mixed with the eucalyptus rather than the Christmas shall I say Easter rather tree. We have got Easter trees, guys, because I know some of you might say, where have your Easter trees gone? They're the white twiggy ones we have with lots of colourful Easter eggs and stuff hung from them. The children have actually got one of these each in their rooms, and these little candle holders I've got from the charity shop, which I think are really, really cute.
Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Oh.
I also found my little teapot. This used to have like a blue stripy vest, knitted vest on it, and this was from Asda years and years ago. I think I've had him for about 11 years now. I know Millie was only a baby when I bought it, but I took the knitted sweater off, and it matches the little biscuit tin that I've got as well, which I also got in Asda years and years ago. I think there was like an Easter section from years ago, but yeah, really love them. Pop them away and then get them out every year, and they're just such a lovely little treat to use because they're just so cute. You might recognise this wreath because this is one I made a DIY on my channel probably about a month ago now. So I'm hanging her up in the living room so she can take pride of place because she's got lots of dried florals on her, so she can't go on the front door. But I will be making a waterproof one for the front door too. I wanted to let you know because I get asked every time I show this vase. This is actually quite an old vase. I've got another one in the other dining room, as you would have already seen. They were actually brown and from the range, and I spray painted them. And the foliage that's inside is actually what's left over from the wreath making. The gold eggs are very old. I can't remember where they're from, but the other speckled eggs are part of the new Stacey Solomon range from Asda. And these gold eggs and rabbit, they're actually TK Maxx and they're very old. So this has been my Easter video, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you're wondering where all the pastel from previous years have gone, that's actually been stolen by my children to put in their bedrooms. They've gone very over the board with the decorating, but that's what it's all about. Lots of fun. And I hope that you enjoy the colour scheme of the more neutrals that I've gone for this year, a bit more pared back. So this has been my video. I've been Rosie Henshaw. See you later, guys. Take care. Bye.